Real quick before the video gets started, we've got shirts designed by yours truly available in large, extra large, and 2XL. If you're interested in picking up one to support the channel, check the link in the description below. On to the video. Welcome back to another Tech Junkie video. Today I'm going to give you a few reasons why now is the worst time in recent memory, at least that I can remember, of buying a car of any kind, whether it's used or new. There's a semiconductor shortage in the world, and it's causing all kinds of chaos when it comes to manufacturing cars and other electronics like iPads and computers, even video game consoles. The semiconductor shortage is caused by COVID, obviously, and there's no end in sight. I want to give you a few reasons why this is causing car prices to spike, and you should avoid buying a car right now if at all possible. Now, I am a habitual permanent car shopper. Even when I'm not actively looking to buy a car, I'm shopping for cars. I'm looking at cars just to see what pops up. I bought cars for that reason. I've seen something that I had to jump on. I bought the T-Rex because it popped up. I wasn't expecting it to happen, and it happened. Same thing with the Hellcat Durango. As a matter of fact, it happened with Jess's Hellcat Challenger. We weren't looking at Challengers for her at all. We had talked about Tesla and maybe the Mach-E, but she found the Hellcat that she wanted, and you know, we got it just in time before supply and demand shifted drastically. The first thing is the price. Okay, the average used car price in the country right now is $25,000. That's a record. It's never been that high before, and it's only going to continue to go up. Now, why that matters, you're going to be paying more money for a used car or even a new car than at any point that I can recall, because supply is so short and demand is so high. Dealers are not willing to negotiate as they normally would, and rebates are going to be lower than they typically are. And that really matters not only in the short term, but in the long term. It's not just about the pricing, which leads me to the second point, depreciation. If you buy a car right now with these ballooned out prices, when the semiconductor shortage is over, your car's value is going to tank. New cars are going to be back in production, and they're going to hit dealer lots. Supply and demand is going to shift back more on the supply side than the demand side, and that car that you just overpaid for because it's a pandemic and because there's a semiconductor shortage, your car is going to tank in value. And if you ever want to decide to sell your car, or if you ever decide you want to trade your car in, its value is going to be garbage. It's just going to, the balloon is going to pop, the bubble is going to pop, and your car is going to drop drastically in value. It's just a matter of supply and demand. Car manufacturers right now have the ability to build these vehicles, but they can't ship them to dealers until they have the chips that they need to make the car go. The brains of the car, essentially. There is a plant in Kentucky. It's a Ford plant. They're building Ford branded trucks, and production hasn't exactly stopped, but they can't sell these trucks until they have the chips needed to power these trucks. So they're just being parked and put to the side. Now, what's going to happen when the chips become available for these trucks is all these trucks are going to flood the market. They're going to go to dealers. Dealers are going to get bombarded with supply. Demand is going to level out. Supply is going to overwhelm demand, and dealers are going to start negotiating again. They're going to start dealing with rebates again. What that means for the car that you just purchased is the value is going to drop. You can buy a brand new one for cheaper than what you're still paying for your car, especially if you financed it. You still owe the bank more than what that car is now worth, and you're going to be upside down in that vehicle. Depreciation has always been a thing when you buy a car. When you drive it off the lot, it's worth less than what you just paid for it. This is going to be even more so when you're paying even more than what the car should be worth in a typical market. I'll give you a few anecdotes about some cars that I've bought in the last couple of years and what the market tends to swing towards these days. In 2019, I bought a 2018 Dodge Challenger Scat Pack, and I paid $38,000 for it. It was a year old and it had just under 7,000 miles. Okay, $38,000 for a year-old Challenger Scat Pack. It's a pretty decent price at the time. Now, if you wanted to buy the same Challenger Scat Pack today, 1 year old, which would mean it would be a 2020, dealers are asking upwards of $45,000 for the same car. A few months after I bought that Challenger Scat Pack, I wanted one that had blind spot alert, and the 2019 model that I found had blind spot alert. I didn't pay much more for the 2019 than I did the 2018. It was just around $40,000. If you go buy a brand new Challenger Scat Pack today, I've seen the same model car in the high 40s, low 50s. can go on any of these websites like Auto Trader, Car Gurus, Auto Tempest, and the resale market is crazy right now. Now, if you want a car, go buy a car. If you plan on keeping it long term and you don't care about paying a few extra $1,000, by all means. But you have to understand, if you're paying that money now, these prices eventually, they're going to settle back down, and then you're going to be stuck having overpaid for something that you're not going to be able to get your way back out of, and without eating thousands and thousands of dollars. It's just simple math. In my experience dealing with Mopar products, because I'm a Mopar fanboy, self-admittedly, the Ram Rebel, in my experience, has shown the greatest appreciation hit by far. I've seen 2-year-old Ram Rebels selling for $20,000 less than MSRP just a couple of years after they came out with low mileage. Right now, my local Dodge dealer has 2 used Ram Rebels, and they're selling for just below MSRP, and they're pre-owned. It's a crazy market right now, and you just have to be careful. You have to be prepared. A simple Google search, and you can learn all you need to know about the semiconductor shortage and what it's doing to used car prices and new car prices as well. New car prices, they're not giving out rebates like they typically would if you buy a brand new car. My local Dodge dealer, where I do a lot of business, they typically have anywhere from 30 to 40 Charger and Challengers on the lot at any given time. Right now, my local Dodge dealer has 2 Challengers and 5 Chargers at the last time I checked. 150 or more Ram 1500s, and right now they've got around 8. It's a crazy world we live in right now when it comes to car shortages. And so if you're going to buy a car right now, you want to make sure that you're careful, find the best possible deal, and make sure you understand that you may take a giant depreciation hit. If you have to have a car right now, you can find a car that suits your needs, but it's going to require a lot more extensive research, and you want to make sure that you get the best possible deal. You won't be able to just walk onto a lot and have your pick, because supply's just not there. So I figured I would share this information with you guys. Like I said, I'm a habitual car shopper. I'm always looking at something, and I was looking at a couple things this past week, and it dawned on me what's going on in the world. I've read a lot about the chip shortages. It's causing gaming consoles to be in really short supply. Here we are. How long has it been? 6 months since the Xbox Series X and the PS5 have come out, and supply and demand is still heavily on the demand side. You still can't just walk into a store and buy these consoles, and generally when these new consoles come out by January, February, they're readily available, and they're just not right now for the same reasons. So make sure that you do your research and make good choices if depreciation is something that matters to you. So I wanted to give you some real-world examples from 2 sites that I'm on just about every day. First, we're going to start with my local Dodge dealer. This is a 2016 Scat Pack, and they want $37 for it, and another 2016 Scat Pack, and they want $37 for it. Realistically, you should be able to buy a 1-year-old or almost new one for around that price range. Here you've got a 2020 Ram 1500 for $47,000. I paid less than that for mine brand new, and these are pre-owned. This is a 2017 Ram Rebel for $42,000. That's 4 years old. This 2019 for $42,000. That's about what I paid for my brand new one, and these are pre-owned with 36,000 miles on them. A 2017 Ram Sport for $40,000. Prices are astronomical right now, and it's not the dealer's fault. It's supply and demand. If they can't replenish their supply, they have to raise the prices to get the most out of every vehicle that they sell. It's just basic economics. Here we're going to check out current stock. There's only 2 Challengers in stock at this dealership and 6 Chargers. In my experience, they have 30 to 40 of each and over 150 Ram 1500s, and they just don't have any right now. A Scat Pack wide body is priced at almost $56,000, and it's just not normally what that price should be. Here we'll check out the Scat Pack Chargers. Now, I bought a brand new Daytona, which is the highest trim level that they offer in the 392 engine. And I paid less for it than these Scat Packs that they have available. $47,000 for a Scat Pack. Now, the reason these prices are so high is because they're not offering any rebates right now, and they can't afford to offer any rebates. Let's go over to CarMax. A 2018 Charger Scat Pack is almost as much as what I've paid for a brand new one. A 2019 for $47,000, and it's not even a wide body. These dealerships can't keep up with the demand, and they have to raise the prices to make sure that they keep inventory in stock. $52,000 for a 2019 Charger Scat Pack. That price is unrealistic in the long term. If you buy that car at $52,000 and 6 months or a year when these shortages go away, you're going to be far upside down in your vehicle. And the Challenger Scat Packs are looking at the same prices, astronomical prices right now. Supply and demand is lopsided in the favor of demand. There's just not enough supply to go around. Okay, if you guys like this video, if you found it informative, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you get notified for all the videos. And I appreciate you guys watching. Y'all take it easy.